Bodega cats, though beloved by many, are technically not legal. A new law looks to change that. What do New Yorkers think about that? And where cherished pets should and should not be welcome. They're weighing in on your point. Do you think that bodega owners should be allowed to keep cats in their stores?
Yeah, why not?
I like the cats, I don't know.
If they take care of the cats.
If they take care of their cats. Why?
Because pets make everybody happy, honestly.
Because there may be mice, and they just belong there.
Sure, that's the manager, man.
They help with pest control. They're the managers. Well, I've been here my whole life, so every time I would go to the corner store with my siblings or my cousins, there was always a cat. He's the manager, duh.
I really haven't thought through the issue, but I think there are arguments on both sides.
Should bodega owners be allowed to have cats in the store?
No.
How come?
Because they shed. People might be allergic to them.
I don't like cats.
Do you think people should be allowed to bring dogs into grocery stores?
Probably not.
Why not?
That's a good question. Why cats and not dogs?
Maybe not, unless they're on a very short leash.
Depending on the size of the dog.
As long as they have the dog contained, then there's no risk.
I don't think it's sanitary, and I think, I don't know, just by respect for everybody.
Dirt, you don't know what they're carrying, and I'm a dog owner.
Dogs are not the most sanitary, and even if they're perfectly housebroken, occasionally they have accidents.
It's not healthy. Only if it's service dogs.
I work in a store where we allow dogs. It's fine. It works out well. I don't feel super qualified to say whether or not we should allow a dog in a grocery store. It wouldn't bother me, but I think the dog needs to be well trained. We hold dogs to the same accountability as the humans.
What about bringing them into restaurants?
Yes, if they're allergen free.
Absolutely not.
I'm French, so in France you can do it. So I'm used to it. I have nothing against it.
It's not so sanitary. They take up a lot of room, and they could be a pain in the butt.
Dog at a restaurant, maybe an outdoor dining.
Why do you think people bring their pets into stores when they're not supposed to?
Because it's like bringing your best friend into a store with you. They're your best friend. Your pet's your best friend.
Because there's no sense. Some places say no dog. If it said no dog, you can't do that.
It's hard to say, right? Because ADA compliance says you can't ask a person whether or not their pet is a service animal.
Dogs don't like being left behind.
They're like family, they don't want to leave them, on their own, It's like you don't leave your kid alone at home. You want to bring him with you, same thing.
I don't think it's deliberately to do anything right or wrong. They're attached to their pets, and they're like the little children of their own.
Because they love their pets.
Because they think they can, and they're above everybody else.
Well, I guess they are spoiled.
Why do you think people bring their pets into places when they're not supposed to?
They're our companions at the end of the day, and we love them, but don't bring them to a restaurant. Not my restaurant, at least.